Mr. Ebens Jean, how you doing today, sir?
I'm doing awesome, man.
Ebens, I want to know this before we really get into anything too serious. And is there something that you feel like you could win, but just don't really want to put forth the effort or time because it might not be worth it in the end for you?
I would say football, American football. I would say I might win, but I wouldn't take the time to invest the time. It would be football
All right. So you have confidence in your athletic ability, but you're not quite sure you want to get knocked around like that.
like that. Yeah, definitely not. Definitely not.
All right. Well, for me, Benz, I recently got an email. I bought something, and they offered to reimburse me the full purchase price of the. I would have the potential to win a reimbursement if I made a YouTube video and published it about the product, and if it was chosen. I thought I could probably do that, but I don't really want to. And it was one of those interesting things where when you're kind of faced with an opportunity to do something you're pretty sure you could be successful at, but then decide to forego that opportunity because it's just not quite enticing enough. Now, Ebens, I wanted to move this over to the world of insurance, and I guess this is also something that is a possibility. Is there an area of the business where you thought that yeah, you could be successful in a particular area, but you just decided, no, I'm going to forego that opportunity and really focus on something else instead?
I would say personal line, and I'm gonna break it down like auto, which is probably the easiest for us in the insurance industry to sell. In my insurance career, when I started with Allstate, that was the only thing that I was doing. I was doing personal line, auto. I would say that part of the business.
And what kind of took you to the point where you felt ready to maybe forego that and focus on something else?
What I did is that like I found out what I'm passionate about, what I love to do is which talking to small business owners. That's what I love doing, going out there, find out about their business. How can I help their business? How can I offer their employee benefit? That kind of stuff that I love doing. I have a passion for, and I feel like I could be more successful on that side of the business.
So you like to go across the you like to kind of go into a business and maybe go after the whole thing, where some people only like to focus on the PNC and others the benefits, and do you like to kind of play on both sides?
If I can take the whole thing, that's what I'm going for. Now, if I could take it piece by piece, I'll be patient just to take piece by piece. I have a client, it's one of the town that where I live. That's not too far. And when I went to that account, I went to offer them benefits for their employees. At the time, like slowly, shortly, I'm gonna get the rest of the stuff. So I went in to offer them employee benefit, and then now I have a great relationship with the town manager. So it won't be no problem when I go back to service that account to ask them for the workers' comp, the other stuff of the business, because I built that relationship.
Now, what do you find it easier to lead with one or the other? I mean, which side of it do you generally find doors easier to open? I guess might be the best way.
It really depends on the company. Because some company I might go in there and offer them employee benefits. Some I go in there with the full package. So it really depends on the company.
Starting as a captain, I'm kind of curious in this and working your way into sort of your own independent agency now and kind of going full service. That's a big jump, right? So how do you go from there to where you are now? Was there a moment that sort of clicked for you that said, I need to do this, I need to be over here? And what did you sort of do to sort of figure out how to get there, I guess?
I'm gonna tell you a quick story. There's a pastor that I know for years. It's more than a decade. I know that pastor, and he had a small shop in town. And when I was working with Allstate, he came by my office, and at the time he wanted business insurance for his business. And when I went to the broker that I was working with, and I told her, like, this is the account that I want to help this person, help this business owner, I found out that I could help him. It was that was the moment it clicked for me. I was like, hold on, I can't help this person. That means I can't help other small business owners in my area. That was the ha moment for me. Then my wife, in the other hand, she used to work for independent agency
Hmm.
owner. Yeah, so she told me to reach out to that broker, and I went to that broker. Went for worked with him for a couple years. Then after that, me and my wife, we made the jump. We made the jump. We was like, no, this is we fall in love with the independent, where we're not limited. We could help more people than on the captive side.
Yeah, and I mean, definitely when, like, you said, with somebody that you have a deep relationship with, and you want to be that guy, right? It comes
Yes.
to you, and then all of a sudden, it's, hey, I can't really help you here. I got to send you somewhere else. It's probably a discomforting feeling, knowing it's like tossing a baby bird out of a nest, and you can't do anything about it.
It was, man. It was that my moment. That was it.
I'm kind of curious. It seems like, having, your wife on the same page, and getting sort of that firsthand independent experience. Again, I think you're giving yourself maybe a little bit too much credit here in the fact that to just go and make that jump even from captive to, another independent agency, and then to get into your own agency now. There was another gap there. What was the moment when it said, I got to do this for myself?
That because I always have that entrepreneur mindset, especially where I came from. Like I always have that entrepreneur mindset. But when my son was born, and I was like, I gotta do something different. What kind of legacy I'm gonna leave for my family? Working for somebody else, is that gonna there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with working for somebody else. But I had big dreams. I have big goals. So my wife and I went back. We was like, okay, how can we do this? How can we create our own agency? And it's all God, man. It's all God. I'm not gonna take that credit. It was all God, man. God made it possible for us, and put people in our direction to help us out with that. And we took the risk. We took the risk.
Well, I mean, taking the risk is definitely more than half the battle in a lot of cases. I guess what's one of the biggest things, after sort of taking that risk, and opening up your own agency, that you feel has really paid off, and worked out for you. I mean, something that you actually deliberately set out to do. Is there anything that has exceeded the expectations?
Giving back to the community. Giving back to the community. That's one of the thing, that we were focused on. Sorry if you. I don't know if you could hear the siren.
Yeah, already, Ben's like, is it okay over there? You all right? You got to evacuate or anything?
No, no, no. Because where our office is at is like, right by the fire department. So right by there. So that's why if
All
you
right.
hear the siren, I would say focus more in the community, giving back to the community. For us, that was big. Giving back to the kids. We did a book bag giveaway where we give over 500 book bag out. We did a toy giveaway where we bless over 100 families. So I would say that, by giving back to the community.
I want to talk about something that actually is the reason that we are actually going to be able to talk today. And I saw something on social media from my friend Marcus Sheridan, where you made a trip to, I believe it was a conference, an insurance industry conference in Virginia, to sort of see him speak. And I guess walk me through that story to where you felt compelled enough to sort of make that drive. Your state wasn't, providing that experience, and why was it so important to you, and how, again, maybe did that exceed or maybe not meet your expectations?
With that, well, with COVID, everything shut down. So I think that's when I saw that. I was looking online, around my state to see if I find anything that I could connect with other people in my industry and learn something new. When I saw Marcus was speaking at the conference, I was like, no, I'm gonna make the drive. Now I'm gonna make the drive because the conference that I'm gonna go to, the information is gonna be valuable. It's gonna help me personally. It's gonna help my business, and it's gonna help my family. It's something that I've been doing. The drive for me, it was only 4 hours. When I got there, man, like people that I met, the story that I hear, it was amazing, man. It was amazing, man. And I got a chance to meet Marcus, talk to him, and share my story. Those information that I got from those conferences, like I'm implement those information to my life, my personal life, in my business and my family.
Well, again, Ebens, I don't think you're giving yourself enough credit because I mean there are definitely agents that won't make a 40-minute drive, let alone 4-hour drive, to sort of think outside that box. And I mean, what are you looking forward to in your agency? Like, what direction do you want to take it based on sort of that alteration, that information? Like, where do you think that you have a potential to really have an impact in a different way based on again some of the things that you're able to connect with and learn from in those areas?
Man, what I saw at the conference that blew my mind, and I'm gonna be 100% honest, is that how everybody, even though we are in the same industry, we are there's gonna be competition between us, but everybody come as one, and you don't see that a lot. No, you don't see that a lot, especially where I could see where I'm at in the city that I'm living. You don't see that a lot, man. That everybody come at one, like we're not the enemy. One of the gentlemen I was talking to, he was like, we're not the enemy. No, yeah, we might have competition between us, but we're not the enemy. Now we still could help each other, like to reach our goals, and that was big. That was big for me because some people don't see it that way. No, some people don't see it that way, but most of them, when I got there, like almost have the same mindset. Like, hey, if you need something, let me know. If you can't help a client, let me know. We are in this together, even though we're not part of the same team. It's almost like the NBA or the NFL. We're in the same organization, but not in the same team. But we have all of us have one common goal. So that was one of the thing that was one of the biggest takeaway I took from the conference. And I told my team member that we gotta stop treating other people like come at one as one basically.
Is there something that from when maybe you got in the industry and that you sort of look to say I can do this differently, I can do this better? There's something that I think everybody's missing. Is there something that sort of has sat with you like underneath the whole time that thought you had a different take, or why aren't we doing it this way? Is there anything that has sort of bothered you like that?
Yeah, I would say not really. What I would like to see uh, is more of minority. That's what I would like to see. I would like to see more people that look like me. That was the only thing. That was the only thing that I would love to see, and that
Do you have any opinions or thoughts on what is preventing that? I mean, somebody in your position, what made you again, like you said, want to come into this business, knowing that you're not going to have a lot of people that, like you said, look like you around you. That's obviously again a situation that is uncomfortable for a lot of people. What
mhm.
made you sort of go that route and sort of not necessarily sort of push it to the side, I guess, and then how would you encourage other people to sort of follow in that path? And what do you think I guess is missing there from your perspective?
If you have a dreams, the way I look at it is like if you have a dreams, you gotta make that dream come true. No, it doesn't matter how long, how what it takes. You gotta make that come true. Some people don't like to take risks, so I would say like if a person that look like me have a dream, they just gotta be connect with other people that could help them out.
And do you feel like you've been able to find, even though like you said in limited numbers, have you been able to find the people that are able to connect with you and help you sort of along your path in the
Yes,
industry?
yes, yes, yes. I would say I've been blessed to have a few people. I have one of my mentor. He had built a agency, and he had shown me what not to do, what to do, that kind of stuff. So I think is having having a mentor, connect with other people. I think that was one thing for me. Just connect with other people in the industry that I could add value to them. They could add value to me.
Benz, I got three more questions for you, sir. The first one, very simply, what is one thing you hope you never forget?
Where I was born. Don't forget my roots. Where I was born.
Now, on the other side of that, what is one thing you still have yet to learn?
that that one, I would say the English language. if I had to if I had to say
All
yeah.
right. All right, Evans. I mean, I think you've been doing fine so far. We're good. I think it's doing fine for you, but you can sharpen up a little bit if you want. But I think it's already good to go.
Good to go.
Um, Ebens, last question to you, sir. If I were to hand you a magic wand of sorts to reshape, change, alter, speed up, really any part of insurance, what's that thing? Where is it going? And what's it doing?
It will be finding your ideal client. I think that would be it for me. Finding your ideal client. Anything that you're starting, especially in that industry, you just gotta know your client. And when you find that your ideal client, and you just work with them, this is where the magic is, like finding your ideal client.
Ebens, it's been fantastic, sir. I'm going to leave it right there.
Yeah, it's been awesome, man. It's been awesome.